What a beautiful afternoon. It's been a hard day's grift. I'm going to be honest. Well, I say a hard day's grift. I've done a couple of jobs for a couple of farmers, and I've got some money behind me now. One of them was quite a big ploughing mission. Another one was a big harvesting mission, and I got myself 25,912 quid. And now the game begins. I'm Hybridsteel, and this is my kind of version of a hardcore playthrough because I'm up to a junction in my game, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. Now, I can either carry on doing jobs for other people and make a lot more money, or we can go back to primitive times. And this means I've got to basically look at starting my own farm. Now, starting my own farm means I have to buy a set of plot of land, and for 25 grand, there's not really a lot of choice. There's, you know, a couple of plots are like 40. There's this one down here at 53. This is like $237,000, and that doesn't look too big until you look at the actual main like acreage of the land itself. Then you've got this little one down here at 67, which is like 41,000. Not bad for a blank canvas. You can do what you like down there. It's all good. But we find ourselves kind of looking at one of the smaller plots of land. So this one here, for number 27, that's 116,000. I was like, it's quite expensive, isn't it? I mean, number one, I mean, look at the acreage you get for that. You get 7 acres land, 172,000, and it's a farmland as well. So you kind of get all the buildings and all the bits and pieces. Fantastic. But I have to find myself up in the north end of the map. Now, the north end of the map has a load of areas that are kind of way out of my price range, apart from this one here. This little kind of blob on the land is only 25,200. So if I buy this, I've got $700, well, 700 quid left, which isn't too bad when you consider that it's a good place to start. You know, I could put a little house here, and we could, you know, maybe buy next door's field as well at some point, and we could turn this area into my own little kind of like nice little farmy area later on in life. You know, the next one across is 57, then the other one's 72. If we could own all of this, it'd be pretty cool. Now, if I buy this at number 34 at 25 grand, yes, it does leave me with a lot of money, but I believe I own the trees at the back. Now, if I own the trees at the back, then potentially I can take the trees as a way of making a little bit of extra money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself an axe. And the reason why I'm going to get myself an axe is because it's only 50 quid. Right? And I don't think I can get manual tools in the discount section. I think the discount section is mainly for like machines. So yeah, the things that I actually need and want don't really come up on here. So we need a hand tool, and this means I'm gonna have to buy myself an axe, which is, well, there you got the 100 quid one, you got the 50 quid one. I've got the machete for 50 quid as well. There's no real cheap chainsaws either. You know, it would be nice to buy a chainsaw. The cheapest chainsaw is like 400 quid. That's all of my money. I won't have any money left. So what sort of axe do I want? Do I want the £50 like nice axe, or do I want like what looks like a wood splitter axe? They're 100 quid. Or I could get the fire brigade axe, which is 50 quid, or the forest machete, which is 50 quid. I think it's going to be this, isn't it? It's going to be the axe. So if we buy the axe, we're all good. Now, I need a way of transporting logs. And as you can see, this is chainsaws, so we can't get one here. Miscellaneous, we can get ourselves a cargo cart or a hand cart for 200 quid. Yeah, and that's not a bad shout. We could spend £59 on a farmyard trolley. I don't think that'd do anything though. I think this will be, I think we definitely need the hand cart. I think 200 quid on a hand cart. I think I might have to go and actually buy it, or go and pick it up at least. Yeah. Let's go buy for 200. Right, so I've spent 250 quid. Now we're getting to like, I ain't got no money left. Okay, so I've cut the tree down. I don't know how to remove the branches, so not quite sure on that bit, but I'll figure it out maybe at some point. Okay, I've got to go and get my little trailer, and then I've got to figure out where I take wood. So when I get to the trailer, when I go and get my trailer, we'll have a chat about where I'm actually taking the stuff. Fun and games for the whole family. Basically, the idea is to, now that I've got my own piece of land, I can no longer take missions from other people. I'm like independent. I'm my own farmer now. So yeah, that's going to be a joy. This is where it's going to turn into kind of a hardcore challenge, where now I'm on my own and I can't basically accept help from anybody else. I can't go to one of the farmers. I can't say, hey, I need a job. Everything I earn has to come off this land. So my potential income is going to come from more passive stuff. So I'm looking at more, you know, I might get some chickens. I might get this. I do have to build myself a home, because there is no save point. I have no place to rest or stop, or maybe fast forward the season. I can't progress the day unless I want to work all day every day, or I can't get different prices. I can't get different deals unless I can progress the day. And that's kind of one of those things. So I chose to do a 7-day week, or a 7-day month, and I also chose to start with literally nothing. So yeah, there you go. That's kind of what I'm up to. Anyway, I need to get my car out of here, and then I need to get it home. And home is where my field is, because I have no home. I'm probably going to have to get a tent at this point, because like a tent I think is 50 quid. And 50 quid is about all I can kind of spare. Especially when I've got like a hand cut. There you go. That's the way I've got to transport my... I might have to find a different way of transporting wood. This looks way too small. Give me a second. All right, okay, so I've installed, I've installed an extra mod pack now, because, in fairness, I was watching Daggerwin's video and I was like, well, why don't I have that stuff in this hand stuff? And turns out there's a couple of packs for hand tools. So I found it, and now I've got all the hand tools I think I need to kind of start things off properly. Now, the first thing I needed was a big cart. And this second hand tools pack that I've just found, which comes from King Mods, it's basically the hand tools pack for like a few extra bits and pieces. Also a load of like hand tools for like ploughing and doing all that stuff. What I'll do is I'll get to the buy point first, because I've got to run to the shop because I don't have a car or a bike or anything. I really want to get a mini bike, and I've seen a couple of them come up in the mod packs. I'm like, I really want a mini bike. Or even just a bicycle at this point, because at the end of the day, running sucks. It's too much effort. But it is where I need to go. I need to go and pick something up, and then I need to pick up a cart, and then I need to take it back to my field, which is bloody miles away, and then I need to find out where I sell wood, because I don't know where I sell wood. So yeah, at the moment I'm doing my best impression of Forrest Gump. We're gonna run, and then we'll be at the sell point. See you in a second. We're nearly there. Anyway, so one thing I'm always looking into is like new mods, things that I can sort of get into. The Farming Simulator is one of those games that has so many mods. You can change the entire way you play this game. It's ridiculous. You can even turn into a miner. Most people know this by now, but yeah, it's really cool to have so much variety within a game. And if you get bored of that, you can just do something else. There's so much more to do. Anyways, so obviously, if I come into here and I search in hand, which is all the hand tools. So we've got the hand seeder, we've got the vine pruner if you want to do grapes. I've got a hand cart, I've got a hand mulcher, I've got the giant cart. I do need this. This is the big cart that I kind of need for bits and pieces. And then we've got like a grain harvester, vegetable harvester, pushable spreader. All of these mods are all by one person, and they're all the things you need to start off what I would say would be a hand business. Obviously most of it's going to be hand jobs, but what I'm getting at is that yeah, we've got our work cut out for us when it comes to like working with our hands and stuff, which is going to be quite handy. Handy, yes, and we're going to be using our hands. It's all good. Anyways, so first thing I need is an open cart. which is $60, which is, well, that's the pushable tool. Or we go, is that the giant? Can we push this? Where's the handle? Oh, I suppose we're pulling it. Yeah. I suppose I need the one without the sides, so I can strap like logs to it, which would be this one. Okay, well, we're definitely gonna have to buy it, so it's $60 or £60, sorry, so we're all good there. So 60 skadoodles, and there's my cart. So how do I do this? Okay, and off we go then. So I need to get this over to my field, which is there. I could take the ferry. Yeah, I think that we're gonna have to take the ferry. So it's gonna be a little bit of a run. What I'm gonna do is I'll get there, and when we get there, I'll explain what I'm gonna be doing. See you in a second. Okay, so I found myself home. Yay me! I made it back to my tiny little field. And it is a tiny field. It's nothing too special. But this should be enough to get, you know, the bog standard stuff I need. You know, like a little house or a chicken farm or something like that. Just so we can kind of start stuff and hope we do all right. Right, okay, first things first then. I've got to try and figure out how do I cut all the leaves off? Because the thing with the leaves is I don't really know what I'm doing. That's the joys of life. So do I just click and they fall off, or? Alright, ratchet strap, take that off there, take this bit of wood and stick it on the cart. Alright. Ah, interesting. A stone patch. Now, where did I cut that log? Yep, that's not haunted at all. Alright, cool. On to chopping more then. This is what I don't like. This. How do I get rid of this? Oh, you know what? I can't wait till I get a chainsaw. Anyways, I suppose I better deal with the bush then, of how much I've got left here. Yeah, so I'm going to cut all this up now and figure out as I go along. Like I said, first time I've ever done this, should be a laugh. Well, I think that's about it for now. Now I've got to find out where I actually take this stuff. Wood. Onions, oats, crop types, growth. I need a wood factory or a carpenter or something like that. What's this? That's a canning factory, so that's no help to me. That up there is a biogas plant, so that doesn't help me either. That is a bakery, so there's no help there. That's a tailor, not really good there. Cement factory, dredging. Oh wow, there's a dredging boat. Grain mill, carpentry. I reckon that's where I probably have to go. So let's just have a look, shall we? All right, wood, carpentry, sawmill. There we are. Okay, so currently this place here is the one that's really for £400 less we could take it to the train station. Now, being that the train station actually is where the blinking is the train station to drop it off with. It's a long walk. I reckon we're going to go carpentry, which is 2,890 feet away. So I'm going to tag it up because I have no idea where it actually is. I'm going to take control of my little trailer and we're going to go for a walk. So there we are. We're going all the way over there, which I think means we're going to have to take the ferry. Fun and games for the whole family. So, yeah. This is the joys of going pure hardcore on this game. Can you get there before the shop shut? 2,760 feet to go. Oh, come on. We can get up the hill. We're only 1,400 feet away from it. Oh, no. We can make it. Put your back into it, lad. Ah, there we go. Coming up to the flat now. It should be really easy from this point on. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm hoping this pays out about 1,400 quid. Like, maybe I don't know how much it's actually gonna pay me, but what I'm hoping is we make some money from this. And if I can make some decent money from this, I might be able to get like one of those little mini bikes. If I can get a mini bike, I can get a mini bike trailer, and it would work a little bit faster than running at 6 miles an hour. But I think that's for another video, definitely. But yeah, the idea of like chopping down trees to start with, cleaning up the land, kind of making it as accessible as possible, is a really good way to go to start with. Really is. But hand carts, man, this is almost torturous, because it's like I want to get something better, but I can't afford it. So for now, we're just gonna have to deal with this and be happy, I suppose. Only 800 feet to go. See you when we get there. Okay, here we are. 130 feet to go. And this is where apparently we can sell our wood. So I'm looking forward to this because we need the money. Definitely need the money. Excellent. And we made £524. Hey, that's really good. So I'm gonna have to do this quite a lot because obviously, well, you know, reasons. We need money, and I've got £1,000. So let's have a look at. Should we have a look at actually what we can purchase for £1,000? Now, what's going to help us do like the majority of our work? I want to say, like, if we're going to focus on grass, we need a good way of cutting grass. And I would say like a lawnmower, or we could go with the push mower. A push mower would be really good. We wouldn't have to use the scythe, and that only costs us £800, which is good. We've got a trailer, so that means we can stack up on that. We need to find out how much a baler is, because obviously we at the moment I can't afford a tractor, I can't afford a baler, I can't afford equipment. I need like the cheapest possible way of making baled grass. Square baling. Let's have a look. We've got the hand baler for £500. We've got the hand pushable 2, which is a hand pushable baler. What's the difference here? So this is £200, and it makes. Is that how big the bale is going to be? That's quite impressive. And that would be like an actual just lawnmower version, so we wouldn't really have to worry about it too much. That's 120 centimeters. How much is the hand baler? So this does variable, 4 miles an hour, 130 kilos. It says 2 meters wide. So I'm not quite sure what any of this means. Let me know in the comments section. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So these are the first two things we need to look at. I'm probably going to, in fairness, because I'm a bit more of a machiney person than like going back to the year that our king was on, you know, the 1400s or whatever. But the hand pushable baler, this is pretty nifty. I like that. As you can see, everything else is really out of my price range and cannot afford nothing. Let's go searching for hand stuff quick. Hand. So we've got a pushable mulcher. That's not too bad. We've got a seeder, probably need one of those. We've got a pushable spreader for 300. So I would say that what we need to do is we need to cut the grass for whatever it's worth. And then we're going to probably get the spreader. We'll get some fertilizer. We'll do that as well. Is that a mower? That's a plow. That's a slurry spreader. That's a windrower. We could roll the land as well. A plow. A grass roller. We need one of those. That's a cotton harvester. Interesting. And we've got a weeder as well. So we've got all these bits and pieces that I can use and get, you know, get myself. How much is I'm gonna need, where is it? Fertilizer at £96 per bag. So we're gonna need that as well. So we're gonna need a little bit more money. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend some time. I'm gonna cut all the trees down on the land. And the reason why I'm going to cut the trees down on the land is because obviously it's worth money. It's free money to start with. Don't worry, I will replant trees at some point. I just kind of need the cash right now. So if I can pull off some trees, get them over here to the carpenter, and then from there what I'll do is I'll look into like mowing the grass, getting it all like plowed out, and then maybe set a new field. If we can make the actual land a bit bigger, then we can turn it into actual proper land instead of just, hey, we're going to just cut the grass and look like I'm doing my back garden. So that's the plan. Let me just get back to my land, and then when I get back to the land, we'll have a chat about how many trees we've got left and what we can do for wood, and then look at a plan moving forward. So see you in a second. Okay, made it home. I'm all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the trees for death. We're going to pull them apart, and we're going to basically, I'm going to pile up a load of wood, and hopefully I'll be able to trim these bits off. If I can't trim them off, then there we go. It works sometimes, I've seen. Anyways, so yeah, the plan is now what I'm gonna, why can't I pick this bit up? It's just, come on. No, apparently I can't pick this up. Interesting piece of wood. All right, So I can pick this bit up, but I can't pick this bit up. Can I cut it anymore? I can't cut this tree. Well, I just have to do them, won't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down the ones I can cut. As you can see, we've got a few trees left on my land. I actually don't know how big my land area is. I might be able to cut this one down. Let me just check, see if we can. If I can cut it now, then we're all good. I think that's a bit big for my axe, unfortunately. Well, that's a bit of a shame. What about these? Okay, so we got a few bits off that. That's a bit of wood I can take. Is this tree on my land? Maybe. I think it's too big. Oh. Yeah, it's a little bit too big for my little axe to go through. That's a bit of a shame. Right. So it's basically anything this side of the river, which is okay. And that means I could probably take these. Fantastic. All right. More wood for the wicked. Apparently I'm not allowed to cut this tree, even though I just cut it down. So I think this one, the reason why I couldn't move it is because it was just too big. So we'll have to trim that off again. Okay, so I've got this massive pile of wood, which is mainly smaller trees, which is okay. It'll get me a couple of bob in the old shop. It's all good. And I mean, it's all smaller branches. I'll cut it all down, chuck it on the old trolley, will be good. And then I've got this one big tree that I've felled already. We'll be all right. And I don't know about this one. Not sure if this is my land or not. So I think it's too big. It's too big for the axe. I can't take it. Well, even if I could, I can't. So that's a bit of a shame. Now, the only other trees I've got is this one here. But I'm pretty sure I can't touch this one either. Or can I? Let's see if we can prune this bit off. No. So I can't touch that one, this one. I'm pretty sure this one's too big for me as well. Too big for it's too big for the axe. But the axe cannot chop through this tree. See, it's just too much. So if I want those at some other point, I'm going to have to get the chainsaw to them. I might be able to take out this little shrubbery here, maybe, because these are just like twigs basically at this point. When it comes to small things like this is like, it's in my way more than anything. So if we cut right at the base, these are only small tiny bits of wood, but every little helps right now. So Tesco's was right, which is good. I mean, they're just spindly. They're not going to be top quality wood at all, but if it helps, it helps. And that's kind of what I need right now, because we're poor. You know, I may have a whole £1,000 to my name, but I haven't got anything else, and all I've got is this bit of land. I don't think there's anything else I can really get. I don't even know what this is. Are you a plant? You are a plant, but you're a plant. All right, I think that's everything my side of the riverbank and in my bit of land. So I'm going to prep all this stuff, and then in the next video we'll get all this off to the woodcutter, and we'll get the other tree chopped up as well. This will all be sorted. We'll chuck it all on there, and then we'll go for a wander, and then we'll look into mowing this grass out, because this is all my land. Now I do have to find somewhere to put I've got to find a home, and I haven't really got any money. So let me just have a look in the old shop, because there might be something I can sleep in, maybe. So this is our land, as you can see. So I can't cut this tree down, it's too big. I can't cut that tree, and that tree. I think that's ours. And that one's fallen down. Well, I'll say fallen down. I cut it down. I need to buy a home, or something I can call home, until we can start building an actual house. That would be nice. I mean, I could buy a shed for 500 quid. That's not bad. Is that a little... Hold on. Yeah, we can get a mini house for £150. Land is not owned by you. Yes, it is. Not enough money? Oh, no. Hold on. What do you mean I haven't got enough money to buy £150 worth of house? I think I might have to do some land. Oh, no. Something change shape. Well, there's my home. That'll do me for now. And now, at least now I've got somewhere to sleep. Yep. That's okay. Right. Now to get all this stuff sorted, and I'll get it all sold off to shop. So, join me in another video at some other point where I won't screw up the landmass so much. I'm not sure how I'm going to get my money back for that monstrosity. That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. Anyways, I'll be back in a bit. Have a nice day. Enjoy yourself. And if you are enjoying this series, hit the like, subscribe, and notification button below. And I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye for now.